Right now, I'm 40 years old, and despite missing a leg, I'm the fittest I've ever been. So if anybody getting started or getting back into shape asked me what to do, here's what I tell them. No matter what's going on in your life, from stress to newborn kids, by the way, I just had twins, to work, breakups, anything that creates any kind of emotional friction and discomfort and busyness, make sure that you make the following 3 things a non-negotiable of your daily routine. These are number 1, walking, number 2, bodyweight strength training, and number 3, eating healthy. By the way, these are the same 3 habits that will help you build during our new free 30-day challenge, Bodyweight First, designed to get you back in shape, boost your mood and energy levels, build muscle, and drop inches off your waist. So to make sure that you don't miss out on that, make sure you subscribe to our newsletter. There's a link below in the top comment, and make sure you stick till the end of this video where I'll be talking more about Bodyweight First. Hippocrates said that it is the best medicine. Friedrich Nietzsche said that all great thoughts are conceived during it. And what I like to say is that there isn't a problem, usually, that can be solved with a walk that is long enough. Learning to walk again 5 years after my accident took some work. But once I overcame the initial physical challenge, it created a mental reset that allowed my anxiety to slowly drop and completely changed my mind, mood, and psychology on a daily basis. Although I could barely get a few steps without having to sit again when I got my first prosthetic leg, within 6 months I was getting 10,000 steps a day, which became a staple of my daily routine and what will be your minimum commitment during our 30-day challenge. No matter how you see it, walking will always be the king of all bodyweight exercises. It acts as a natural antidepressant. It boosts heart, lung, and brain function. It keeps your joints, connective tissues, and arteries healthy. It regulates blood sugar. It reduces inflammation, and it supports a healthy metabolism. It basically transforms you from the inside out. Especially if you're trying to get back into shape, it is the best way to increase activity and boost fat loss without hurting your recovery or beating up your joints like jogging on the concrete does. The magic of bodyweight training is simple. It leaves you with 0 excuses. You don't need a gym, expensive equipment, a ton of time or space. No matter what's going on, zombie apocalypse, or even a pandemic, you can always get a workout in, whether that's in your living room, your garage or basement, the next door park, or the woods. Compared to heavy lifting, bodyweight training is also easier on your joints and your nervous system, making it more suitable for periods when stress is really high and recovery is not that great. Whether you just had kids, you're starting your own business, or whatever might be stressing the hell out of you right now in your life. Lastly, when you know how to structure your training properly and choose the right progressions for your level, which will also help you with during our 30-day free challenge, a clear path of continuous improvement opens in front of you. Obviously, you're not going to look like a bodybuilder, and honestly, who wants that anyway nowadays? But you can definitely build a rugged, strong and lean calisthenics physique, assuming, of course, that your diet is also on point, which brings me to the next habit. So one thing is for sure, and that is that we definitely live in an era with the most carefully designed ultra-processed foods that can definitely hijack our dopamine system, our taste buds, through the right combinations of salt, sugar, fat, and texture, which definitely makes eating healthier a lot more challenging. On the other hand, eat an apple after a workout, especially if you've trained on a fasted stomach, and I promise you that it tastes definitely a lot better. So what I did back in the day, although I didn't realize it at first, was retrain my taste buds in order to make healthy food taste great again. This initially started with all kinds of experiments with different diets. I remember myself sticking to paleo at first for a couple of weeks, but eventually what I ended up sticking to were a few simple rules. For example, if it didn't fall off a tree, if it didn't grow out of the ground, or it didn't swim or walk before landing on my plate, I wouldn't eat it. And slowly, I started noticing changes. I had less brain fog, I had more energy, my mood was better and more stable, and I also started looking a lot better without a shirt on, which obviously was also a result of my bodyweight training routine, but improving my nutrition definitely accelerated things a lot more. Cravings, which definitely were a big challenge in the beginning, especially my late night sweet tooth, slowly started losing their intensity. After a month of eating clean, most healthy foods tasted amazing again. And after 6 months of a more balanced approach, I was a completely different person. By the way, one thing I want to really highlight here is that the goal of a diet reset, which is what I call this, is not to eat clean for the rest of your life. I don't do that. You don't have to do that, even if you want to still look amazing and feel amazing. Rather, the goal is to reach a point where you can find that perfect balance for you and your goals of eating about 80 to 90%, healthy and clean, but also leaving some room for more of the fun stuff. All right, so that was all for today. Don't forget, we're launching for the first time this Monday, Bodyweight First, our new 30-day challenge, during which we'll be helping you create a consistent 3-day per week bodyweight strength training routine. But we don't just stop there. We'll have a daily 10K step challenge. We'll also help you do your own diet reset. You'll be part of a community with men with the same goal to stay motivated and accountable. After all, a rising tide lifts all boats. I'll be there. Coach John will be there to answer every kind of question you might have. And if you want to build muscle, lose fat, trim inches off your waist, increase your energy levels, boost your mood and confidence, then this is the challenge you've been waiting for. So once again, please join us. Link below. And until next time, keep on training.